Welcome, my dear friends. This is ariseroby from Masterminds, and today's topic is about the day one critical thinking skills. Yes, of course, we have seen the last video that 10 days, 10 skills. As a part of it, we shall see upon critical thinking. Out of these 10 skills which we have seen in the last video, I felt very important that critical thinking is much more important for any individual to succeed in their life, not only in this kind of pandemic situation but in any kind of difficult situation in their life. Yes, my dear friends, let's move on to this particular topic, critical thinking skills. And at the same time, before that, if there is anyone here to subscribe our channel, kindly subscribe, and let's move on to the video. Yes, my dear friends, let's start with some experiment. Yes, of course. If I just ask you how many of you like coffee and how many of you used to have coffee, how many times in a day, if I just ask you, and is it good for health? Immediately what will you do to know about is it good for health? Immediately each and everyone, they just rush on the Google search, isn't it? Yes. And after Google search, there will be a big confusion which will be rotating in the heads of each and every individual to whom I have shoot my question, isn't it? Yes. Now let's see what would happen. Some of them could have seen the following advantages, and at the same time some of you could have seen the pros and cons on the other side, which would have prone them to find what is going to be the solution. Yes, the experiment will be as follows. Yes, let's see what would be or how would your search be. Drinking coffee or tea. Some of you would have seen this. Coffee boosts your physical performance. Coffee may help you lose weight. Coffee helps you burn fat. Coffee helps you focus and stay alert. Coffee reduces risk of cancers. On the other hand, you may be a little bit quiet or annoyed about these things. Bad coffee can be toxic. Coffee can kill you. Coffee can cause insomnia and restlessness. Don't drink more than one coffee a day if you are pregnant. Coffee for kids may increase bedwetting. After reading and after seeing all these, definitely any individual, they may not come to a conclusion whether coffee is good or coffee is bad. Yes, it's big confusion. Yes, my dear friends. So this is what now you need to take and handle a particular thing. What we have taken is about coffee, how you have to land on to a solution. I'll tell you. Don't confuse with this called overthinking, because overthinking is something different from critical thinking. So how you need to take up your thinking process during crucial times, crucial circumstances. This is what we are going to see. And at the same time, as per the experiment that I just want to check out with you, coffee, what I would say is immediately think about, is coffee is good for you or not? Simple, very simple. It's over. The thing is, people would never think about, is it going to be something good for you? Narrow down it, then the complex thing breaks up and you find a solution. As my dear friends, now if you just ask me what is going to be critical thinking is the very first one is understand connections between the ideas and facts. But most people, they don't understand about the ideas and what is going to be the facts. Yes, whatever is being said in Google, they feel that that is the big mantra what has been hidden inside it and they have digged it. Not. Thinking about thinking is the hidden thing about critical thinking. So what all things that is also seen in that is identifying, analyzing, and some of the fixing flaws in the way we think, because sometimes what we think may have some sort of fault that you need to rectify it, and before that you need to identify it and then properly analyze and then come to a conclusion. Yes, my dear friends, and how we need to take up this process, that is a very big question. Yes, identify the problem or question. Be as precise as possible. The narrower the issue, the easier is to find solutions or answers. Yes, as I have told you earlier about coffee, the very first thing is, if you would have narrowed down about, is it good for me or not? Is it good for my heart? Is it good for my health? That's it. That is over. So identify the problem or question and make it narrow down it so that you can find a solution for it very easy, more than confusing it in a broader manner. And the second one is gather data, opinions and arguments. Yes, of course, you need to discuss with other people and at the same time try to find several sources that present different ideas and points of view. Yes, of course, not only coffee, you just think about tea and also you think about other hot drinks and cool drinks, how far coffee is more that much comparatively is good or bad with other things. So this is how we need to gather data about other drinks and as well as coffee, and then you have to see about which one is good for your health. Over. And the third one is about analyze and evaluate the data. Yes, of course. Three things that you need to see is, are the sources reliable? After taking out the data about, as we saw in coffee, we were able to see about 5 pros and 5 cons about drinking coffee, because 5 things it was good for you and 5 things it was bad for you. And you need to analyze about something, is it reliable, and at the same time, are the conclusions data backed or just argumentative? Is it something like which is making some sort of arguments, or it is comparatively having some sort of conclusion? And at the same time, does it support your hypothesis? That is very, very important, because hypothesis may or may not, it may be right or it may be wrong. So just like the coffee, it may be good or it may be bad, but the thing is, when you narrow down according to the data what you have got, definitely easily you can find a solution. This is how you need to think critically. And fourth one, my dear friends, identify assumptions. Yes, of course, you need to think about it. Assumptions in the sense, it should not be biased, it should be unbiased. For example, election has been over by 2021 here, not only in India, in most of the states, but also there, even in states, the elections were over. You could have seen about pre-polls, exit polls, etc. When it is being unbiased, definitely it would have been right. According to psephology, the signs of electoral votes and other things, prediction of things, if it is unbiased, definitely it would be fine. It would be in the right manner of prediction. If not so, it would not be like that, isn't it? And at the same time, the fifth one is more important. Make a decision, reach a conclusion. Yes, of course. The final thing is about you need to make a decision, but it should not be something authoritative that what you think has to be predicted. You need to discuss with your friends. You need to discuss with your teammates. And at the same time, weigh the strengths and limitations on all possibles and all directions and all the possibilities about the options that you have got. This is how you need to take up a decision and then come to a conclusion. So thinking in the sense critically in all mannerism, in all sort of direction, not only for direction, in whichever direction that you can make it up. And last one, sixth, is about present and communicate to your team members so that they can also know about it and they can give you some sort of solutions. And at the same time, let it not be argumentative and let it be something where you can share the ideas and knowledge and come to a good conclusion. Once you have reached a conclusion, present it all your team members for suggestion and take decisions. Why are critical thinking skills more important? Sometimes people may think even like this, because why critical thinking is more important is it can give you some sort of better solution, and moreover it can help you try to identify something new about it. When you try something new, definitely it will be helpful for your growth, and at the same time it will be helpful for the growth of the organization. And at the same time, critical thinking skills are the cornerstone of self-development and improvement of oneself, and not only an individual but also a team and also an organization. So this is how critical thinking is being considered as a much more important factor any employee by the employer. Yes, my dear friends, do you need a job? Then definitely 90% of the employers, what they feel is, do they have critical thinking? And this is what is the primary thing they focus upon each and every employee before recruiting him, whether he is a fresher or an experienced person. Yes, my dear friends, if you like this video, kindly give me a like, and at the same time don't forget to click on the bell icon. Bye bye.